Gorilla Man, go off for life. Yeah, stay high as a motherfucker. Toast up, looking to rob a nigga, gorilla post up. Looking to stomp a nigga for the fast buck. Looking a nigga pocket, I think he stabbed something. Yeah, I'm raw than a motherfucker. Stay twisted off the drone, sound diesel. I Chinaman style, but I still see you. Through the scope, though I'm hiding in the desert eagle. Run around literally with the desert eagle. Sniffing niggas Jews out like a fucking beagle. I'm hungry, dog. Watch when I fucking see you. Jews better be tough or I'm bound to eat you. And you think it can't happen, always happen, dog. Talk all that tough Tony shit gets into the mall. And I ain't playing, dog. I'm hiding the motherfucker. Nice man, the thoroughbred, gorilla man, New York. Yeah, that's your brains on drugs. That's your brains on crime. That's your brains on that myth. That's your brains on drugs. That's your brains on drugs. That's your brains on crime. That's your brains on that myth. That's your brains on drugs. So high, see the room keep spinning, but I keep telling myself I gotta get the dividends. I gotta pull myself together, get the fucking Benjamin. So I grab my scrap and hit the fucking hood again. You monkeys know what it is. Some run duck high, some go get they gun, but they stand across the street with it, cause they know that I'm high and my guns speak a foreign language. Nigga, motherfucking what? You ain't doing shit to me. You ready to fucking butt ass crack, blast them shoes and get gun fucked. Rolled up in the plastic, covered in the wooden box. I'm hiding in the state building, gun the size, clip the size, stomach Ethiopian children. And it's go hard to light, my friend. Nice man, double bread, gorilla man, know what it is. Yeah, that's your brains on drugs. That's your brains on crime. That's your brains on that myth. That's your brains on drugs. That's your brains on drugs. That's your brains on crime. That's your brains on that myth. That's your brains on drugs. I'm gon' get it, shit. I don't give a damn who the hell attached to it. Smoke me a Magnum blunt and that stupid 4-pound Mac Miller shredded. 7 mag in your face for cash and all the rest of your things. You feeling brave, my blast. Still digging your pocket and skate with your cash. I buy me a ounce of weed and mix with some ass. I'm a beast. I'm raw than the orangutans, raw than the pack of wolves. So raw, I'm gorilla man. And I ain't saying it cause your girl started feeling me. Cause this the brain of Charles Hines, stick and green. But my mind still sticks to things. For that money and them bricks, I split your brains. I ain't playing out one big or hard's the name. Nice man that double bread hide in the fucking plane, nigga. That's your brains on drugs. That's your brains on crime. That's your brains on that myth. That's your brains on drugs. That's your brains on drugs. That's your brains on crime. That's your brain on that myth. That's your brain on drugs.
Yo, what's going on? It's Landlord.
Pop.
My man D Banger and Fresh. And this is Be Your Old Therapist. What's going on?
Lane, can you hear me?
Now we can. We was waiting for your name for a second, but don't worry about it. Fresh don't know the way it go. I guess Banger will be back in 2.5 seconds. All right, now it goes. What's going on, everybody? This is Be Your Old Therapist, man. How you doing?
Everything good, man. I can't complain. Working hard, hardly working, B. About to put this phone on charge, so my shit about to die.
Yeah, we appreciate you, bro. We know that you're working hard. That's why we had to make sure we can get you tapped in for a second. You know, this was the whole idea from the beginning. It's supposed to be our form right here.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna
I'm
let
here now. I'll be here forever. You already know what it is.
You already know. We're gonna let Banger start off with that the proverb for the day, the 24th proverb. Banger, you with us?
Yeah, I'm definitely here. Peace, people of the world. Peace,
Yes,
Fresh.
sir.
Peace, Pop. Peace, Lynn.
Peace,
Good, bro.
All right, so more or less, it's the 24th proverb because today is December 24th. So
happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah, happy holidays, safe and healthy. Happy
Yes, sir.
holiday season. Everyone in their family.
Don't
Same,
remember
Um,
same.
Christmas and forget Hanukkah. That's our day, right?
or Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, that's our day, right? Kwanzaa. I'm sorry.
Nah, Kwanzaa and Hanukkah are important, but yeah, Kwanzaa starts the day after Christmas,
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
December
Okay.
26th until January 1st.
Oh, okay.
We ready, Lan?
Whatever you are, good bro.
All right. This is chapter 24 of Proverbs. It says, "Do not be envious of evil men, nor desire to be with them, for their heart devises violence, and their lips talk of troublemaking.
Mm.
Through wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. By knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise man is strong, yes, a man of knowledge increases strength. For by wise counsel you will wage your own war, and in a multitude of counselors there is safety. Wisdom is too lofty for a fool. He does not open his mouth in the gate. He who plots to do evil will be called a schemer. The devising of foolishness is sin, and the scoffer is an abomination to men. If you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. Deliver those who are drawn toward death, and hold back those stumbling to the slaughter. If you say, surely we did not know this, does not he who weighs the hearts consider it? He who keeps your soul, does he not know it? And will he not render to each man according to his deeds? My son, eat honey because it is good, and the honeycomb which is sweet to your taste. So shall the knowledge of wisdom be to your soul, if you have found it. There is a prospect, and your hope will not be cut off. Do not lie in wait, O wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous. Do not plunder his resting place. For a righteous man may fall 7 times and rise again, but the wicked shall fall by calamity. Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and do not let your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest the Lord see it and it displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. Do not fret because of evildoers, nor be envious of the wicked, for there will be no prospect for the evil man. The lamp of the wicked will be put out. My son, fear the Lord and the king. Do not associate with those given to change, for their calamity will rise suddenly, and who knows the ruin those two can bring. These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to show partiality in judgment. He who says to the wicked, you are righteous, him the people will curse. Nations will abhor him. But those who rebuke the wicked will have delight, and a good blessing will come upon them. He who gives a right answer kisses the lips. Prepare your outside work, make it fit for yourself in the field, and afterward build your house. Do not be a witness against your neighbor without cause, for would you deceive with your lips? Do not say, I will do to him just as he has done to me. I will render to the man according to his work. I went by the field of the lazy man, and the vineyard of the man devoid of understanding. And there it was, all overgrown with thorns. Its surface was covered with nettles. Its stone wall was broken down. When I saw it, I considered it well. I looked on it and received instruction. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. So shall your poverty come like a prowler, and your need like an armed man. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Amen.
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 That kind of goes right into our topic that we talking about today, huh? Like a midlife crisis.
It definitely does.
How do we handle it as black men?
Oh no, y'all
Yeah.
niggas don't got the logo in the back already.
Yes, we do. We ain't
You
putting
know
no kids.
Land was
I
gonna
ain't even
put that
finished.
right up, Papa. And look,
I ain't even
he helped
finished.
me out. I ain't even got the backboard. I don't even
But
have
you
the
been
blue
had the
screen.
back. You just think I ain't gonna put you on spot. You just ain't put no back up.
Yeah, Land gave me the blue screen. I just didn't use it properly, Pop. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
you know what I
okay.
mean?
He didn't execute that yet. You know how
Yeah, I
we
didn't
do with those.
execute that yet.
And Papo, he lucky I don't get mad because he got the other one in his house.
What?
My other blue sheet.
What blue sheet, nigga?
My chroma sheets. Remember, I bought the blue joints and I gave you one to take one of the computers.
This
back
nigga
to
talking
DC.
about 17 years ago, and he think I'm gonna have a blue sheet. No damn blue sheet, nigga.
That's why Matrix was done and we ain't had no part in it.
That's
He ain't
That's
want
a
to
fact.
bring out
years
the
ago.
blue sheet.
That's a
You
fact.
see where we
Nigga
could have
said
been if he
blue
had the
sheet.
blue sheet out years ago.
You better go to the store and get you a blue or a green blanket and use it the same way.
I had my man up there, black. Everything gonna be just the guy that's jiggling in the middle. I go like, where is Banger? He's really in the Matrix. You can't do that. How y'all feel about today's topic, Banger? I know that's something that you brought up, so I already said. It's funny because the last episode we had, we kind of touched into that, and you had to go, so you kind of didn't hear that. But the whole testimony that when Double was saying, even when we was down with IRS, and the whole motive was like we came there on one note, and we kind of the momentum shifted all the gears and we started moving fast. So as we started moving fast, Kim started to pick up on our pace and started to move kind of on our pace, but our pace wasn't where she was at that point in her life. So even though we was on the ups and trying to get in there and trying to, get this shit popping and take advantage of every opportunity that we had at that time, she was kind of, in a part of her life where she was looking for somebody else and, looking to grow a family. So that's kind of neck to neck with what we talking about today. And you brought it up and you kind of missed, you kind of fell out before we even got a chance to, see what that was about. So how you feel about that, good brother?
Yeah, I feel good about it, man. Like it helped, it helped me to be able to, like also like come back to myself. The reason why I say that is because anyone that knows me, if we had certain conversations, one thing that I'll say, I've always been a late bloomer. And I say that because compared to a lot of my bros, a lot of stuff that I started doing, I started out late. So people would look at me like, what the hell is wrong with this nigga? Like, this nigga's a little behind doing the stuff that he's doing.
Different environments. Because like you said.
Yeah, bro. It's like I started in the suburbs, but my mind was in the hood. I didn't know the full aspects of the hood, but my family in Cleveland, I remember my grandmother's project vividly in my mind. So I remember playing with my cousins and I remembered the environment. So my mind stayed stuck. Not stuck, pardon me. Not even stuck. Just traveling in that environment. So now being 46, I know about law of attraction, speaking things into existence. Even though when I'm by myself and I'm talking to myself, if I'm speaking negative out in the air, that negative is going to take form some way, just because I'm not talking to an individual. So I've put layers and layers out there through my mouth. I'll be by myself. I'll just be spitting random, fuck this. Like my new theory, instead of me ripping and running in the streets in my manic mode, quote unquote, I can be outside, inside the house. So my concept with that is not going outside, but multitasking in the house and basically staying safe, because when I go outside, there's no boundaries, outside in New York by myself in the middle of the night. There's endless opportunities in the city that never sleeps. It's Babylon. You know what I mean? It's like hell on earth, basically. So the trains run, so I could just wander. So, I got to thinking and I was like, yo, bro, to myself, been home for 2 years, thank God. So it's like a lot of the choices that I made, I had to evaluate.
Could I feed in and say and ask you if this is a true? I looked at it the other day, and it's like, this is our midlife crisis. This situation right here. This be your own therapist. This podcast. This. I know for me, it was like, because I'm at the point where I rap. I don't feel like performing or acting half of the shit that I say out anymore. I'm kind of, out of those moods, and it's kind of like not me per se 100%. I would rather do a lot of other things at this point in life, but I still, partake in it, and I still can do it well. So I still would, introduce things to the public when I feel like it. But this is what I like, really, I get a little bit of stress off my back when we sit down and we go through these situations as brothers, because I be going through shit in reality. Like, even you go, at this point, you ain't make it. A nigga ain't make it, and you ain't put in what you got in for, but you put in so fucking much, and you can't stop. And for everybody that's talking, I know when nigga go, yo, this nigga ain't stopped yet. It's not, he ain't stopped yet because he's so resistant. He ain't stopped yet because the nigga done put in so much. You done seen what you put in. I bet, you know what I bet on this shit? This shit fail. You niggas is right. I can't go like that. So it's like,
I bet everything on it, Lane. I bet
Mhm.
I put it on my soul, Lane. Like, I left, not to cut you off, bro. I
you
put
good.
everything on it, bro. Like,
Mhm.
I call, yo, bro, I was a hip hop connoisseur of the 90s, bro. You remember when Hov said, those ain't Rolex diamonds. What the fuck you done to that? You remember when Hov was talking about the 4.0 and the 4.6, my nigga?
You know I
Yo,
do.
bro, I was writing my rhymes and I'm like, I can't be outside and one of these young dudes run up on me. Yo,
Mhm.
D Banger, you ain't really like that.
Mhm.
I was really in that mind frame. Like, yo, I can't do my music and be talking about something I'm not living.
Mhm.
I can't be pretending to be a tough guy. That's why I go with the premise. I'm not a thug. I'm
Mhm.
not a gangster. I'm not a killer. I'm not any of those things.
Mhm.
I'm just D Banger.
Now I ain't gonna lie, but that's kind of the only thing that I kind of keep. Like, you can't get rid of your heart. Like, I can't throw my heart away. Like, so
Exact.
I'm gonna
And
keep
not to
that
cut you off,
part of it. I'm gonna keep. I'm talking about as far as in my aspect, as far as when I talk slick shit to females, like, I could talk about 1,000 females, but I'm only with one. I don't even plan to be with 1,000 no more. So now it's like my shit kind of like diluted, because even if I say something slick, I'm looking at myself in the mirror like, am I allowed to say that anymore? Like, the comfortability level ain't there no more. That's not me no more. Like, so you understand what I mean?
You growing up.
I'm growing
not to
up.
cut you off, not to cut you off, but when you said the heart,
Mm-hmm.
I had a conversation with my father one day, a while ago,
Mm-hmm.
wise man, and he said to me, them niggas will kill you for the heart that you have.
Mm.
I thought he was trying to play me like I wasn't tough enough, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was soft or something. Like, what? What do you mean by that? My heart ain't big enough. What?
Mm-hmm.
But it's because you can't show no niceness out there, bro. The streets are cold, bro.
Yeah.
I go outside, bro. I meet you, bro. We bonding for like 45 minutes, an hour. We blaze a L. I feel, yo, bro, I stay right here, bro. You hungry? You want to come up and get something to eat? That's me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mhm.
I was living by myself. I was a bachelor. But
Mhm.
I really could have got left
Because you got to
where I
watch the
was.
energy you bring around you.
Exactly. And I wasn't paying attention to that, bro, because I had that self destructive spirit, that
Mm-hmm.
self hate spirit inside of me, bro. I had that inside of me, bro. So it's like I was self destructing and then I was bringing people and things down with me, bro, and didn't even realize it, bro. You know what Gotti told me earlier, Land?
What?
Gotti told me earlier that I got locked up on his birthday, bro. He was with me on one of my episodes, bro. And it was during the time I came to your house that night and
Mm-hmm.
bro was there with you. And I told you about it. And you was like, what you gonna do, Banger? Just sit down and relax yourself someplace.
Mm-hmm.
You basically told me to go home and chill. I didn't listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed in that mind's frame. Gotti would hold me down during the daytime, but everybody got a family, bro. And it was during this time of the year, the holiday season, bro.
Mm-hmm. Go
He
upstairs,
said
nobody
when
there.
he said he got up on his B-Day, bro, and he went back to check on me, bro. And the doorman told him I had already got locked up, bro. He said that fucked him up, bro.
Because he came and told me.
I thought about that after he told me, man, that shit hurt, bro. Because I didn't even realize that, bro. I didn't even realize, yo, bro, when my aunt told me that she went and Gotti was there and
But I say bigger than that, because you know that whole day we was going through it. So it was at a point where, you know, but you got to understand, you fought yourself a lot of times when you didn't understand what you was going through. And then you fought yourself a lot of times for when you had an episode for those around you not knowing what you was going through. That's why we say at this point, communication is the biggest key, bro. Because it's so many times when you don't even know what your partner might be suffering with, you go somewhere with him and something might happen to him and what you don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
You scared to death, anything can happen. So
yo,
it's
bro,
just communication. We call ourselves close, but what do we really share?
So
yo, bro,
if you don't
not
mind,
to cut you off, Pop.
go ahead.
My fault, bro. Not to cut you off, bro. Yo, bro, I always wanted, I was the only child for 18 years, bro. I prayed to God for my brother, bro. But I always wanted to be my brother's keeper, bro. I never wanted to fall short, bro. Although I'm human and I'm a man, I'm not perfect. Only Christ was perfect. So at the end of the day,
So
though,
they
bro,
say.
when I find out that something that I partook in affected someone so close to me that you understand, and it could have had a trickling effect, and it had a trickling effect on others. When I come back to my, like me being home now, me having this 2 years in, me, you know what I'm saying, me connecting with you and you helping us to build this platform. Like you said, Land, this is part of the midlife crisis because I mentioned to you not too long ago, yo, bro, I've been real open, bro. So I'm like, my family, I don't want, my family to be upset with me for me saying certain things. And then I called my aunt and, I'm like, did you check it out yet, Auntie? Trying to, what, for
Bait
me
you in.
personally, because when I get to going, bro, I just go. I just let it all out, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would be mindful of that. My fault, Pop. Go ahead, Pop.
No. I was about to say, can you? I don't know if you feel comfortable when you said one of your episodes. Like, you understand what I mean? I know people are listening. You might not want to, you know what I mean? But
get into it, but somebody who might not know that they were
Yo, bro,
suffering
I don't.
from it
because
might have the
Yo, bro.
episode.
you
Yo,
know what I
bro, I
mean?
don't mind. Yo, bro, I don't mind. The thing about it is, I'm not a psychologist like Lynn say. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a professional, bro. I can just give it to you through my understanding, if that makes sense. So on this particular incident that Lane and I was talking about earlier, you know what I'm saying? Like Lane called La Gotti, you know what I'm saying? Because they all grew up together. But I just call him La, I call him the mayor of Harlem because everywhere I go with him, like how I used to go with Great, everybody know him or he knows somebody. So more
Lil
or less
Gotti, what's up, La?
during this particular time though, bro, there was an incident involving Bless. Bless is my son. So I was being very disrespectful to his mother, due to a misunderstanding that I had in my head, number one. And not only was I being disrespectful to her via text messaging, it wasn't in the verbal, mind you. This was over a 3-day time frame. It wasn't verbal, but it was all texting, which is just as bad because they're words in
And
the
then you can
phone.
see
Like
it.
you can
Stay
you
there.
can always go back to those words, bro. So I was just in a rage, bro. And I just kept going and going and going. 3 days, bro. So now here we get to the third day, bro. I'm going to take my son home. I go to take my son home, and upon me taking him to her, she's trying to engage in a dialogue with me, but I'm not, I'm not trying to have it, basically. I'm like, here, you said you wanted him. Here he is. I go to walk off. On my way home, you know what I'm saying? Like, I almost got jumped, bro. Like, kid came from the side of a car. disrespect my girl, I'll blast you. I'll blast your face. I looked and I'm like, you gonna cut me over my son? Like,
Mhm.
cause
Mhm.
I didn't put my hands on his mom,
Mhm.
and just so there won't be a disconnect. She was in another relationship at the time.
Oh, okay.
So
So
this was
like,
just a point where somebody is just waiting to prove that that's their feet. Just a
Yeah,
team with me
okay.
at this point. That's what this is. It ain't even about with me, and because me and my her went through something about my child.
Okay.
But I
Mhm.
understand.
and it was petty what I was putting her through involving my son, because it was over me asking her to put on a certain pair of sneakers on his feet. So then when I picked him up, he wasn't dressed in the outfit that
Yeah, yeah.
basically and it wasn't that
So
serious
could
in
I ask a
hindsight.
question? Could I ask a question in hindsight? Were you picking because you were mad there was somebody else with
That
her?
was part of it.
All right.
Somebody else, not just with her, but someone else around my
I
son.
just said, all right,
Okay.
no problem.
I was
Yeah.
very immature in that mind
No,
frame.
no, I understand. But you
So
got to explain. That's when I flipped out and went to an episode. So it's not that I was very immature. That's pushed me to the point where I couldn't control myself.
so now what happened with the kid?
All right. So more or less, I'm like, you gonna cut me over my son. So I'm sizing him up. He's sizing me up. I see three other individuals coming up the hill.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm looking, his mom happened to be one of them. Now, when I went to the corner to drop him off, I gave her the stroller.
Hmm.
So when I see her coming and without the stroller,
Hmm.
without Bless, I'm like, hold up. She's running up the hill towards me. I left Bless with her. Where's Bless? I'm thinking Bless is on the corner or something in the
Mm-hmm.
stroller, or I'm
Yeah,
bugged
yeah.
out. I bugged out.
Hmm. No
So
problem.
I'm standing there. I'm squared up. I'm like, this nigga gonna cut me. Then they gonna jump me. Where's Bless?
Mm-hmm.
So I take off. I took off so fast I had on dress shoes. I ran out my shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I left one of my shoes right there. I ran home a block and a half with one shoe on.
Mm-hmm.
That's how fast I was running. I
Okay.
stopped halfway to look back to see if I was being pursued.
Hmm.
And I was like, I laughed at them and I'm like, where's my son?
Hmm.
And I took off again
Mm-hmm.
and ran in my lobby, ran
Hmm.
into my building.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just snapped after that. I just,
Yeah, I don't know the
I,
rest.
a part of me, yeah, a part of me, this is the phrase that I use,
Mm-hmm.
not for nothing. Like,
Hmm.
a part of me died that night because I wasn't the same after that.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I had a firearm however long after,
Hmm.
and I went to go, I had the wrong intentions and I went to go do some
Do
violence.
something. Yeah, yeah.
And by the grace of God, there go I. Nobody was injured, and I wasn't injured in my
Yeah,
crazy mind frame.
yeah.
But it could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
It could have happened because I was testing the self-destructive spirit within myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you want to end this? Which way you want to end it?
What
One
snaps you
way or the
out of it?
other. Pardon?
What
What?
snaps you out of it?
What made me come to reality?
Hmm.
The police, NYPD.
Mm.
And did they take you to the hospital or jail first?
Oh, I went to jail because I had a firearm and there was a call
Uh-huh.
on me. So I made a threat with the fire. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
You
yeah,
So
yeah.
bugged
that so that took me out the lane of the hospital right there because they
out.
Yeah.
coming for you when you do that.
So
You know what I'm
prior.
saying? So I took myself totally out of the box of being able to get any type of help
Yeah, yeah. So
because I was violent at that time.
yeah. So let me back up for a second, right? So prior to that, with the thing with the son, what's going on in your life in general? Was this a ongoing thing? Like what's going on in your life?
I'm not. I didn't have structure at the time as far
Uh-huh.
as like right now, as an example. I have a job, so I'm
Yeah,
working regularly. I
yeah,
have to plug in for my schedule. I
yeah.
wasn't working. My music wasn't going the way that I wanted it to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the best thing I had recently, um, um, yeah, I was living
How
on my
old was
own.
Bless at this time?
Bless was like, this was 2015. Um, so he's 9 now. He was like 3. 3 and a half.
And I'm gonna say this, and just by hearing all of that, you probably was taking on so much, right? And not facing some of the things that you was taking on, and did one event just set you off. Like, if you take a look at that movie, right? What's the Jim Carrey movie? Me, Myself, and Irene.
Mhm.
And you see how, you know what I mean, you letting shit go, you know what I mean, or you not handling those emotions, and then one thing, and it could be the simplest thing, and then you just,
Your ass go
it
broke.
just, yeah, you know what I mean?
So are we familiar with the terminology? I know that we all on board with it.
Mhm.
When we have triggers for
Yeah,
certain things.
Yeah.
yeah, it could be the smallest thing. Yeah, you probably was yeah,
So
and
basically,
mm-hmm,
I learned and I realized through that event, my son is my trigger.
mm-hmm,
Any
Yeah.
threat to his safety, any threat to us, our
yeah,
bond, any
yeah,
threat to me being able to get to him, do right by him is my trigger. Any
yeah,
sign of failure, of
yeah,
me not being able to protect him. Because mind you, my firstborn, I didn't raise.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I didn't raise him. And I left him at 3 years old and was
yeah,
just reunited with him recently at 20 something, at like
yeah,
25. I think he's like 25, 26, pardon me,
There
for
you go.
not even knowing the exact age. But you understand what I'm saying. So
yeah,
now I received a second chance with Bless. He was born the same year both my grandmothers died,
oh
three
wow,
days apart from each other.
oh wow, yeah,
So he's the closest thing, like the purest thing I have in my life that I haven't tasted, but I still, my past still caught up to his present, where I had to go do a bid
yeah,
and I was out of his life and he suffered his. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah, but not to say, but everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? Everything happened for a reason. That's what I believe. Everything happens for a reason. Let's say that don't happen. You understand what I mean? What do you think would be your thought process now if that didn't happen?
That incident didn't
Yeah,
happen, or what do you mean?
that incident didn't happen, right? You didn't get locked up for, you know what I mean? Where do you think your mind would be? Because you said you changed. Like, what do you think you would be at this point? You think you would be doing stuff like this on a podcast? You know, you understand what I mean? So everything happens for a reason.
Right, you're exactly right with that,
Yeah,
Pop. Because to answer your question, I don't know where I would be, bro. Because
yeah,
in my mind, I'm
yeah,
exactly where God wants me to be right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
So
yeah,
in my mind, everything, it didn't go the way I wanted it to. It didn't go however, but everything works together for good,
yeah.
for God. Like when God is involved. So it's like, thank God I didn't hurt anyone. I
But
didn't
yeah,
get
yeah,
hurt.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's number one. And
Uh-huh.
then thank God that the time that I did in prison wasn't significantly more or longer than it could
Yeah,
have been.
yeah, yeah.
I
Man,
was
that's
facing I was facing 15, close to
wow.
15 years
Yeah.
if I took it to trial as an example. Like
Simple, yeah, yeah.
if
But
I
yeah,
decided I wanted to test them, like test
yeah,
they gangsters.
yeah, yeah. But that's crazy, man. But I almost had a snap. Well, I did have a snap situation, but mine was not as you know. This is me, and well, I think I had almost about to graduate college, so I go home. Well, I go up to Boston to visit my mom's, right?
Mm-hmm.
At this time it's just my mother and my sister is living together, so usually I was the male figure, but I went to school, you understand what I mean? So I would always get calls, problems, you know what I mean? So it was kind of like dawning on me, damn, I'm not around. So while I was in school, that was always on my mind, like, damn, my mom's and my sister's always by themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one summer I went to visit. So my sister is a senior in high school. My sister is a senior. My sister is a
Senior
senior
in
in
high
high
school.
school, right? So she's supposed to be going to the prom. And prior to me getting there, she had went and got a prom dress from the mall for somebody. My mother bought her the prom dress, but it couldn't fit. So they try to get the dress back, and my mother called the store, and the nigga said, "Yo, you're not getting your money back," and hung up on her. So I just got in, so they telling me the story. So I said, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, this guy's rude. Your sister may not go to the prom because the dress don't fit. Blah 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 blah." So I said, "Give me the phone." But at that time, I'm going through some other things with school. It's just a whole bunch of shit going on. Some. So I said, "Give me the phone." So I call up the store. I said, "Yo, you just hung up the phone on my mother?" He's like, "Who's this?" Blah, blah, blah. I said, "You just hung up the phone on my mother?" He's like, "Yeah, you're not getting your money back, blah, blah." I said, "All right." I call my man on the phone. I said, "Yo, come drop me up to such and such." Right? Drop me up to the mall. So when he came to get me, he seen I'm high. He's like, "What the fuck you about?" I said, "Just take me to the mall." I ain't say nothing. I said, "Just take me to the mall. This is broad daylight. It's a whole bunch of people." So my mans, they following me. I go in the store. I said, "Yo, can I speak to the manager? Is the girl working it?" She said, "Yeah, he in the back." I don't ask any questions. I go to the back of the store and I see this nigga. I said, "You hung the fucking phone on you hung the phone on my mom's?" And it's a whole bunch of people in the store. This nigga, he started to get scared because he seen my face. Like, my thought process is, I'm about to punch this nigga face in. You understand what I mean? Like, I'm about to really beat this nigga up in this store. So he ran to the back. So I'm bugging out. I'm throwing shit around. And my man is like, "Yo, chill, chill, chill." So the nigga went there. He called the cops, and I'm still bugging out. I'm just going through a whole bunch of, if I would have grabbed this nigga, I don't know what would have happened, right? So my man, he calmed me down. He's like, "Yo, the police is coming." But that's when, like you said, how NYPD brought you back to your senses. That's what really. But I lost it. Left the store. So he called my mom's like, "Oh, you gonna send your son over here to beat me up and blah 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 blah." And he gave her the dress back. But in my state, if I would have laid hands on that guy, I'm telling you, I would have. I don't, because I just snapped. I fucked the whole store
Yo,
up.
E, put your mic and your camera on.
Oh,
No, I'm telling E.
oh, yeah. But it was just, you understand what I mean? It was just something that it didn't have to go to that, but I was going through some other things but I was like, damn, and I never was that person before. You understand what I mean? To just bug out like that. Like, everybody in the whole entire store was just looking at me like, "Yo, this nigga." Yeah. I can't hear you,
So
Banger. Yeah, go ahead.
can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
All right. So I just had another thought.
Yeah.
So that was
E, hit the
the
link again. Just add your mic if you don't want to put the cam on. I'm sorry, Banger. Go ahead.
Who that?
Nah, you
E?
good, bro.
Yeah, E.
Oh,
E Black.
Yo, bro,
yeah.
you good. So now that you mentioned great, I gotta go into this story.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
more or
because he
less,
said on the joint, he
yeah,
said, "Yo, great." You
yeah,
told me that's what was happening with you, Banger.
yeah. So let's talk about this. I was waiting for him to come on, but
Uh,
because this was worse to me in a
E
sense, because
Blizzard.
I called great and
Mm-hmm.
he told me the story.
Uh-huh.
I didn't. It's not like I called him to tell him, "Yo,
We
look
gotta
what
get
I
E
had."
on. No, we gotta get E on because ain't nobody gonna tell a story like E.
He gonna be like, "Hey, yo,
Yo,
B."
B.
The man.
Yo, E.
Man, it's
Hit the
crazy,
link
B.
again with your black ass, and this time turn your mic on. At least your goddamn cam something. Yeah, Bang. I'm sorry.
So Pop, let me tell you about the Pizza Man incident.
Oh, it's because of the pizza.
I'm
Man.
having an episode, and I didn't pop like a half a E-pill. Okay, so
He in the
I'm
game.
rolling.
Yes,
I'm
you are.
rolling. I don't do the research to know that you're supposed to drink water.
You are.
Yeah, like that's one of the major things you're supposed to drink when you rolling. And so
Orange juice.
I wasn't drinking nothing. I wasn't drinking water regularly when I wasn't doing rolling, quote unquote. So that triggered me to have an episode. So I'm walking down Edgecombe one day, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking down, had been out for a day or so, not a full day, but I've been going for a minute, for a good day.
The
I'm
same
walking
joint.
down. Yeah, no, this is a different episode. This is a different year. Different year.
No, I'm saying this that same pill. You saying you going for a day or two. This that same pill.
Mm-hmm.
Not going for a day or two on the pill. Like I
Oh.
might have already been manic, and then I popped a half a E, and then that took me to another level.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Already manic, like I wasn't resting and all of
Mhm.
that. So there was a trigger that I wasn't fully aware of already.
Mhm.
And when I did that, that just boom.
Into the next
So I'm walking down Edgecombe. I see the pizza man. He's getting ready to go deliver a pizza. He's about to chain up his bike.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm part hungry, definitely, right? But I have food upstairs in my house.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother and my aunts, they wouldn't let me be home
Uh-huh.
and be starving.
Yeah.
All I have to do is ask. Even being a grown man. Thank God for them. So in my mind, I'm like, I am kind of hungry, but I was just playing a trick on the nigga. I'm like, yo, this nigga ain't even watching. Watch how I creep up on this nigga and snatch this joint.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily in my mind saying that, like, yeah, and I'm gonna go home, go upstairs and eat it. Nah.
Mhm.
So I creeps up on him. His back is turned. He's chaining up the bike. He's got the pizza in one of his hands while he's chaining up the bike. His
Mhm.
attention is diverted. So I snatches the pizza out his hand and I run like 15, 20, 30 feet maybe. And I look back. The nigga looks down at his hand and looks up at me and says, oh shit. I looked at him and said, oh shit. Next thing I know, he pulls out the bike chain. He get to swinging that bike chain like it's a lasso, nigga. And I'm like, oh shit. I drops the pizza. I take off down Edgecombe. I'm running. I'm going. I get to the corner, Edgecombe and 145th. I turn the corner. My building's right there. I run in the building. God rest in peace to Otis. Otis is on duty that day. He looked like Bookman from
I know that.
Good
Yeah, I forgot.
Times.
Yeah.
From Good Times. I ran in the building. O's on the door. I said, oh, get that nigga. Who the hell am I, my nigga? Who am I? I turn the corner into the lobby. I stands in front of the elevator and presses the button. Like I'm some type of Don. Next thing I know, I hear a scuffle at the front door. Otis come around the corner. Undercover detective come around the corner. He got the gun out. He got the gun on me. Gun on me in my lobby of my building.
Wow.
Exclusive building where my family has been known and everything. I'm
Yeah.
out of my mind right now.
Mm-hmm.
My neighbor's wife, one of my neighbors, his wife, happens to come down on the elevator and tries to intervene in the midst of the detective telling me to get down. I won't get down because in my mind, I ain't got no gun on me. Why this nigga gonna shoot me? I ain't got no gun.
Mhm.
So I know not to rush him because I know he gonna pull the trigger. He got the gun out in front of me. I ain't that delusional and crazy. I see the gun. I see the barrel of the gun. I know he's an undercover detective. You understand? So I'm coherent now.
Mhm.
NYPD snapping me back to reality once again. So he's like, get down. So I'm standing there looking like a crazy man. I'm throwing, like taunting the police with a gun on me. My neighbor's hysterical. His wife is hysterical. She calls him. She passes me the phone. I'm on the phone with him. He says to me, why won't you get down? I said, because I ain't do nothing.
I'm gonna give you E advice right now.
E Black was there.
No, E pill advice.
Oh.
Only pop when you want to drop.
Oh, he said, oh, you had. Oh, okay.
Listen, bro. Listen, you dealing with a condition. That's all alone another condition. Now you dealing with that must be like if bipolar.
It felt like my brain was melting, bro.
If bipolar is I can't catch up with my thoughts, E is let me listen to all of them in slow motion.
Oh hell no, damn.
So what you was doing, bro? You got to stay in the house. That got to be only bun retreat for you, That's only for buns, man. You got to do that within the house, man. Stay in them four walls. That shit is not for the street. If a
I
nigga
learned that the
listen,
hard way.
why
I
would you
learned that
take
the hard way.
why would you take a drug that's only really for sex and go outside amongst the animals? What do you
Because
think?
I didn't have no female to have sex with.
That's like prison. Then don't do no E. You can't
Wow.
do
That's
E.
where I went wrong at.
I
That's
never
where I
did
went
that
wrong.
shit. I
I
never
didn't have
wanted to
no
experiment.
buns. I didn't have no buns set up.
Listen,
didn't
I
have
don't
a
want to
date.
experiment either. But
I
I
didn't
ain't
have
got
none of
no,
that. And it wasn't even a whole one. It was
was
just
half?
a half of one.
Bro,
Imagine if it was a whole one. I'd be dead.
listen. I done had a joint. I'm not gonna leave you out there on your own. I had a little bit more sense. You know, I ain't wanna like I just said.
Not to
like
cut you off, Lance. My fault. I just wanted to get to the ending. My delusional, crazy self didn't know that robbery was the act of taking something. So the police comes, the officers come in uniform, and they like, "What's the problem?" I'm like, "I ain't do nothing." He says, "You took his pizza." I'm like, "The pizza's right there, officer." That doesn't mean I wasn't going to get charged for it.
Mhm.
I got charged for it because I took it. Even
Yeah,
though
yeah.
I didn't carry it all the way to my building and I dropped it outside, I still took something that belonged to someone else.
All right, Banger. We know you got. Let me help you, man. Let me put myself out there. I call myself, you know, I go to Puerto Rico, me and my man, his girl, me and my girl. So, you know, everybody, you know, we having a nice time. It's good. One of the moments where, you know, you just want to spend, you want to do your own thing. You really ain't want to, I don't want to be a part of no schedule. My schedule is like,
This is recent.
Yeah. So it's not that recent. It's cooler than recent though. So I go, I tell my man, you know what, give me a half of that shit, man. I take half that shit. Now I'm in Puerto Rico, I have that shit, right? I get in the joint, I probably hit the first 4 Hennies. Nigga bring the Henny to the deck. I want Henny out. I fall back to back. Now, I don't know if you know me, but I'm really not a drinker. That's kind of like, you know, a little too much. I start getting a little too loud. Yeah, everybody in there laughing, but I start getting a little too loud. Then I'm a little free. Start talking about, yeah, I'm trying to get some. Talking like, yeah, dick and all that. I'm talking loud. Kids in the joint.
This nigga already loud, and then you go, oh,
Kids
no.
in the joint. My girls get embarrassed. She start going, oh gosh. Now she chooses this time to tell me I'm loud. Now the drug kicking. I'm loud, word. Woo! I get the fuck up. I go out. I walk around the joint, right? All I see is 30 to 40 police walk around on me. Now all I'm saying is, yo, I'm cool. I was a little loud, so I walked out the joint. You know, now I get my sense. I was a little loud. I walked out the joint because everybody said I was a little loud. I tried to come over here. I screamed 3 times just to get the fucks out. Fuck. Nobody was around. I ain't bothering nobody. Walk back this way. I'm going over that way. Please, sir, go. I start walking, bro. I forget I'm in Puerto Rico. My nigga, I walked so far. I'm on the beach now. I'm on the beach.
You bugged out.
Hey,
My
yo,
dumb
get out
ass-
of here, son. That's bananas,
Yo,
bro.
my dumb ass think the beach, well, where I'm at is the beach. It's a beach here. We took a cab, but fucking all beaches gotta connect. So now I'm just walking along the beach.
Oh.
Everybody now my phone start dying. My phone always die right when you bug out. Right when you figure I'm bugging the fuck out, phone down. Oop. Oh shit. Now I'm going to stores trying to get power. Everybody denying me. Yo, my nigga. All I remembered was the Sienta, something like that. That was the Royal Sienta, the hotel. That's all I remember, bro. I said, where y'all at? They was like, yeah, we over here, over there. I got in that cab and I went back to that hotel, bro. I was up.
Lucky.
I was up for a day and a half, nigga. I was so high, nigga. I was on the beach when the sun came up. chest out and all that on the sand smoking weed. I ain't going in. Fuck that. I'm out here, Puerto Rico. Yo, word to my mother, B. Looking at the clock, high as a motherfucker, B.
Yo, what's ill? That's bananas. I couldn't fathom if that was me, bro. Because if that was me, I don't know what you understand? Because the coupe that I mentioned to you from January 6th of this year, bro, I had my phone on me before it was stolen. My phone was ringing, bro. I didn't even, in my mind, I was gone in my conscious mind. Subconsciously, I knew the phone was ringing, but in my physical, I wasn't able to reach for the phone, bro. I was just in the zone walking. How you just mentioned how you were walking, Land, I was in the zone just walking. And the phone, like I said, yeah, I just said that to connect with when you said bug out, something happened with your phone, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, like that's bananas, bro.
Listen, man, he gonna say the next time. Listen, it always happens when you fed up and you just trying to, I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna ride along. I don't want to be the bud, ready to go. So I'm gonna get up, and you move around with outside your circumference. That shit's not gonna do what you, nah, man.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. That
do drugs at home.
Yeah, I had
at least that you better do that.
Yeah,
shit
I'm
at
done.
home.
Yeah, I had an episode, man, with a hippie. This kid that I went to school with. Let me tell you what this kid got money. His parents got money, right? But this nigga during the summertime will go and travel all the way to California. Guess what? On a bike. And sleep in the woods it's like a whole
from where though?
From Pittsburgh, and will go to California.
On a
He'll
bike.
be going, on like they go biking. It's like niggas really do this shit. They go in the woods, they sleep in the woods. It's like real hippie shit.
Outside.
So it'll take them like 2 months. Yeah, take them to 2 months, and then he'll he might fly back or something. But so this is something they do. Like this nigga is a real hippie.
All right, so what happened? What you did with them?
Listen. So this is somebody that I went to school with, right? So at that time, I called myself saying I want to sell weed on campus or off campus when I have my apartment, right? So
dope, man.
So he used to come in. He used to come in. He used to come and grab some joints for me, but we smoked. So this particular day, he had brought something with him. Like, yeah.
Hold up.
Nah.
Hold up.
Now listen, right? Listen.
I got one interjection.
What?
Vega, somebody changed your story. They said that you got hit in the dreads with the lock.
Oh.
I said the pizza man hit you in the dreads with the lock. La said the pizza man hit you in the dreads with the lock.
And I called La the mayor, right? And naturally, Gotti already, Land. He ain't gonna let me forget. So I did mention that the pizza man swung the lock like
you got hit
like a lasso. Oh yeah. Thank God for the dreads, bro. Thank God for my locks. Thank
that
God
nigga
for
wasn't
my locks.
trying to let that pizza go.
He caught me, but he barely caught me. He caught me a little bit, but I took off.
Nigga,
you right, Land.
With the no. Ain't you right, Land? You go see it in the comments. That nigga Gotti said no.
Gotti would not let me forget a detail for a millisecond.
You in them dreads, B.
Wow, that's a fact. That's a fact. He nipped me. He got me in my locks. It didn't bruise my head though, but
That's why you can't do nothing. Yo, I told my nigga, I'm gonna tell y'all the wackest thing I ever did, and it was funny. But listen, so back in the days, after Papa and I moved out, his building was burnt down. When it first got burnt down. So me and my man, I ain't gonna say no names. He want to go, yo, B, this is my building still. I don't care what nobody say. I'm like, yo, bro, you better shut the hell up, man. Leave them motherfuckers alone, B. I ain't trying to go with you up in no building. You playing around with these niggas all night. He like, nah, B, watch. Next nigga in there, I'm going to rob him. I said, yo, homie, I'm telling you. Leave them niggas alone, man. This like that's not. I'm not starting my robbing career, robbing no crackheads and no abandoned building. That ain't gonna be that. Leave them niggas alone. We chilling outside one night, right? We on a corner. He see two niggas go in the building, one come out. Yo, I told these niggas be next time they in my building, right? Yo, come with me.
Did this person actually live in that building, or they just saying?
Yeah, they lived in the building.
Oh shit!
So now they gonna tell me to come with them, right? Now, before I go with you, let me make this clear. Yo, bro, I'm not fucking with none of them niggas in that building, bro. Don't go in there in that building and listen.
Mm-hmm.
He don't want to listen to me, right? So he go over the building.
So he goes in the building.
This crackhead kind of big.
Yo.
So I'm walking slow because I already told you.
Don't.
I'm not really fucking. I ain't going over. I ain't catching no fucking charge out here fucking with no crackheads. Nigga, you bugging out. I go and I see these niggas on the steps. Now they struggling.
Oh man.
Now, not only are they tussling and he getting the better end of my nigga, but my nigga still going, yo, give me your money, give me.
Yo, he's still.
Why he tossing him? So this shit got me laughing now. Now I can't even keep him between.
Y'all niggas is crazy.
So the nigga throw my man to the wall. Boom! He see me pull a fast one, skate out the building. My nigga gonna go to me and go, he gonna say this to me. Why didn't I get him? What did I tell him, y'all? Before
I ain't fucking with them niggas.
Now he gonna tell me I'm scared because he got handled by this big feet.
Yo.
He should have pulled out his knife. He was gonna go over there with his knife.
I could just. Oh
but
man.
You know what make it bad? This is why I really didn't help him. Because even though the Fiend was big, the Fiend was just as scared as he was. So they was both screaming.
He just tried.
The Fiend was just stronger.
Yo.
He had
That's a skit, my nigga. That's a skit.
That crack power, he wasn't getting wrong, B. That nigga and that's what my nigga thought he was big too. He was doing his little push-ups.
Oh man.
Hey yo,
If this person used to live in that building when I used to live in there?
I would say the person name.
Oh, I already know.
Oh man.
I wouldn't say it, B. I would never.
I know who it is.
Nah, man, I'm not just saying that for the.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Man, you know, he already go, yo, you don't want me to get. You know who I was, B. I was protecting the block, so I wasn't niggas to take. The protector at one point got tossed by Fina.
Yo,
that's crazy.
Yo,
that's just
that building, man. Yeah, that shit is crazy, man. That fucking building.
I say all that to say that's karma, bro. You see, like he said, he was in that episode, he bugging out. He think it was an easy lick. He was playing.
Mm-hmm.
For playing, I don't know what that little man was, but he ran after his ass for that pace. Even after he dropped it, that man hit that man in the head with a lock and all that. And he probably could have handled that man with no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, bro.
Not on the bad end of it.
Yeah.
What episode is another thing, but I'm saying karma puts you on the bad end of shit.
Yeah.
Bro, not to cut you off, man. Yo. God rest in peace to my uncle, bro. The detective that stopped me, that had the hammer on me, he remembered meeting me before. I didn't remember him. My uncle, he was a retired transit officer, a retired correction officer.
Yeah.
He knew my uncle and he recognized me. That's what saved me, bro.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't like I was special, bro. That was God watching over me and that crazy in the midst of that, bro. I could have been dead, bro. Like just because I was perceived as a threat and looking erratic and what? He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna shoot me in my building.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't he? Who the fuck am I?
Wow.
Yeah, I told
And
my
then
pops
not
that shit.
only am I put myself at risk. Think about the pizza man. He just going to work. He like, why this nigga steal my shit? He may
That's
not
what
even like black. And
that's
then the
crazy.
officer, he's undercover. From my understanding, he wasn't on duty.
Oh
The
wow.
pizza man, he just happened to be outside and observed the incident
Yeah,
and pursued in the chase.
yeah. Wow.
But you know why it's crazy? This is why I really be laughing, Banger, right? Because
Thank
my
God we could
pops,
laugh
my
now, right,
pops
man?
is bipolar and he has seizures, right? Bad seizures, right?
Wow.
So he be in the mix of both. When he bugging the fuck out, he get an episode, then he get an episode. So he in the mix of both of these shits, right? But he still want to be outside like he Rambo. Now his ass out here for Christmas vacation. Matter of fact, it wasn't even Christmas vacation. This Christmas. So one of my pops was out here. One of the kids' birthdays, it just lasted long, so he just kind of left, right? Anyway, he has one of his episodes. He out there with a knife. Talking about he gonna kill niggas, he gonna stab niggas. He run out this joint with a knife. Then this man having seizures with the knife. So you foaming, you got a knife, man. These police scared as hell. Saying you lucky they pop your ass with a hot one, because I wouldn't have want to been with you. I'd have knocked you
Wow.
the
That's
fuck out. Lay down. Like, come on, chill the fuck out. Get yourself together. Go get us killed. Nigga out here carrying them episodes and niggas not asking what you suffering from or are you high or what the case may be. Nigga just shooting.
That's a
I
fact.
know
They
that's a
shooting.
scary moment. I know how it go. I could just, and then you talk to him the next day, he don't remember none of that shit.
oh wow.
Muggsy Bogues was perceived as a threat in the NBA. So it's like we always been perceived as threats as black men, no matter if we short, tall, giants, fat, skinny, whatever, man.
No disrespect, especially if your ass erratic. Because I just told you, I don't
That's
know
a
how to
fact.
deal with that shit. So if he
That's
ain't
a
tell me
fact.
that shit, if I ain't know about him and I just seen it one day, I'd probably be like, yo, hold up. I ain't see you in a couple years too, and now you have an episode and you bugging out looking like you coming towards me. I got a lot of anger, bro. I might let this joint. You might get it just cause. Now you going and they tell me you was suffering from this. I'm like, listen, that nigga attacked me, man.
So when you mention about a protection, now mind you, quite a few of these episodes I'm involved in the streets. So like people know me from being in the streets in my mind when I'm, what I'm saying, when I'm regular, when I'm myself, basically. So like,
but it
when
depends on
these
what level you know them from, because the streets is dirty. So they'll take one of your
exactly
episodes and put it to work.
Damn, man. So that's
throw it
why
all in your face, yo, my man,
Not
you was
throw it in
out
your
here
face, put
bugging
you
out.
to work. You bugging out, go bug out over there and have you doing some shit.
Some
over there.
shit. Yeah, that's true.
Bro, it ain't.
Yeah.
When you like communication
Have
is
you
the key.
spinning till you dizzy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It will have you spinning till you dizzy type ish, like how these youngins is doing on this drill ish right now. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Like manipulate a young mind, a stupid mind, a foolish mind, and if your mind is bent a little bit, you're going through a little episode. Anything that's wrong with your mind, the streets can manipulate it. So don't think it just happened to those that it happened to a sane nigga who's perfectly cool.
That's why I say, I adapted the mythology. I could be outside, inside. You know what I'm saying? Just stay in, like, you know what I mean, and just stay active. Or, you
Be
know what I mean?
outside for a reason. You can't do it. Like you gotta
There
ask
you
yourself,
go.
what am I doing on a corner for 6 hours? Like out of a day?
Yeah.
Or
30
what am I
minutes
doing?
out of a day? I'm on a
Or
corner for
why?
2 hours? Come on, bro.
Or why am I just walking aimlessly with no direction? Like, you know what I mean? Not even standing still. I'm just wandering. Just keep on walking. Where you walking to, nigga? You ain't even doing it for exercise right now. You just walking.
Yeah. But I wouldn't stop you. If
but
you're walking around in a circle now, yeah. But if you just walking, that might be a mechanism you need to just get off of some steam or whatever the case may be.
You didn't see that
that's what I
episode?
do.
You didn't see that episode of X-Men when I forget which one it was though. I want to say maybe it was Wolverine, but someone with telepathic powers had tapped It happened to be a general
Mhm.
of the military that was doing something. I think the Wolverine, and they tapped his head and was like, "Walk until your feet bleed." And
Oh
that
yeah,
nigga
and they
just
were
kept
trying to
walking,
walk it. Oh
walking.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't even know what episode that was or which series that was with the X-Men in it. I think it was like the Wolverine one, but I'm not sure though. But I saw that. Yeah, that's how I be walking, bro.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
know what I mean?
But
Just
yeah, that's why, man.
with mad thoughts going through my head. Oh
Yeah,
no, maybe you should go over here. Or what about this? Or how about you do that?
yeah. So would you? That's why I'm saying like that's why for a long time I couldn't. I was explaining that story for a long time. I couldn't smoke with nobody, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy that you could go to a dispensary now and get shit, but I couldn't. Back to that story, right? So me and this the white boy, we so he rolled up the joint. He said, "Yo, so I'm hitting this shit. This shit kind of, so I'm like, what the fuck?" But he be smoking mushrooms and shit. I don't know that. And now later on, I found out, right? So so the nigga left, and all of a sudden, yo, fam,
After the
you
trip,
seen fucking what's in Friday with fucking
Craig,
with
Day.
what's in it with the nigga bugging out in the street?
Oh, Chris Tucker for the.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yo, that was me. Yo, fam.
and Craig Cool
I
and Chicken
started to
Coop.
bug out in my apartment, right? And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I don't know. Like, my mind is just racing. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Yo, I ran outside and was circling the blocks like about 10 times, just running around, just afraid of what? I don't know. I go up
Yo,
in the
Pop,
shower. Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I go up in the shower, turn the shower on. It's cold, like cold ass shower. I'm in there fucking scratching the shit, sitting in the middle of the fucking shower, like you know what I mean? Like, oh shit, I don't know what the fuck was going on. Yo, literally for like a whole week, I wasn't myself. After that, I said, yo, I ain't never smoking, fam.
That nigga gave you a shroom, bro.
Or something, yeah. It bugged me. It bugged me the fuck out.
I ain't never do
But
no
I was,
shrooms, no shit like that.
So I have a question.
yeah,
So this is my question. Well, first of all, it's not even a question, it's more of a
yeah,
statement. First of all, with my ignorance with drugs, right?
yeah.
I didn't know you could smoke mushrooms. Because let me
I
tell
didn't
you
know
about
neither.
let me tell you about a college experience I had.
I ain't know
So I'm
neither.
going to school up in Massachusetts at Dean College.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
shit, you went to Dean?
That's a fact. Franklin,
Okay.
Massachusetts. That's
Yeah.
a fact.
Yeah.
So I'm in Dean. Dean is where your man first starts smoking weed. The
Mhm.
first day of the summer program. I
Mhm.
waited all the way to the first day of the summer program of college to smoke weed because I didn't want to get in trouble by my grandmother. That was
Yeah.
my premise. I
Mm-hmm.
drank alcohol a little bit in high school, once or
Yeah.
twice. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
first night, take hits from the bong. I'm laughing. So then, as the year goes on, I decide one night I'm with a group of my peers. They're about to trip on acid.
Oh
I'm like,
man.
oh, yeah, I'll try one. Oh yeah, Dion, it's like this, and you get trippy and you see this, and it's like real laid back. So I take the tab. They're like, yeah, take the tab. You put it on your tongue and it just dissolves. I'm like, it looks like
Oh.
paper. It just looks like paper. Just put it on your tongue, it'll dissolve, and next thing you know, you'll be tripping. Oh,
Yeah.
really? Yeah. Why did I do that shit?
You ain't asking what's tripping?
Yeah, I knew what was tripping. Well, I didn't know exactly because I hadn't tripped before, but they said that you see stuff you ain't seen before,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Oh, you
So
ain't mind that type of shit?
at that point, obviously not. I was just apparently not. So I did it, and the next morning
Your trip
I
wasn't
couldn't
over?
move. I couldn't move, bro. The next morning I woke up, bro. It was like I was paralyzed. You know why? They put strychnine in acid, bro. In acid,
Oh.
bro. They put strychnine, which is like rat poison, and that's why my back was hurting. So I
What?
said the old boy that I did it with, right? Him and like two other females, right? I was like, yo, bro, my back is hurting, man. Like, why my back feel like this? Oh, yeah, that's probably from the strychnine. Don't worry. Strychnine, what's that? Rat poison.
What the
Rat.
fuck?
Yo, bro, I never did it again after that. But at the end of the day, it was like, nigga, what were you thinking to
Yeah.
begin with? Like,
Yeah.
why did you even do that? And why was you with someone else that didn't
Did
care
that. Yeah.
about some rat
Yeah.
poison being in whatever they was doing?
Because there's something who you sound like you got it from was hey dude. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. But you
Hey,
remember the nigga, what's his name, Charlie Brown?
I ain't watch cartoons. I
No,
know
the
what you're
nigga
talking
in
about though.
Greensburg.
Oh yeah.
The
Who,
barber.
yeah, who did
He
the
said
blowfish?
something to me real deep, man. I think we asked him, like, yeah, so you know what I mean? So why you don't smoke? He said, yeah, you know, he used to smoke. He said this to me. He said, I stopped smoking because I wanted to feel my spirit again. I was like, damn, that shit was really deep. It's like I really wanted to feel myself. He said, when I'm, you know, you smoking, you get high, it's like you're not really feeling your true natural self. So he was like, yeah, I just wanted to feel my natural self. So that's why I don't smoke. I was like, damn, that's deep.
Makes sense. He want all his energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense when I be
Yeah.
tripping and having them episodes, because like I
You,
already have something
yeah.
affecting me from being able to get back to myself,
Yeah.
like coming down off the high that I'm already on, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm already not myself naturally. Then there's a trigger which causes an episode. So then I'm really not myself.
So,
Like,
yeah. And then your
yeah, that,
mind is thinking, damn, like I used to be regular, like, you know, used to be regular. Like all you want to do is just get back to that regular state. So it's like you fighting.
yeah, I'm not the same since I came out
Yeah.
that hospital after
I
all
mean,
them drugs, and not all the drugs in college, but I did speed once. I did that acid tab once. The speed tablet had me real racy, real
mhm.
edgy. And then the acid tab had me tripping. So then
Yeah.
when I get the diagnosis of the bipolar disorder, and they told my aunt that I had smoked some dust. And I'm like, I ain't never smoked no dust.
Yeah.
But then I
Just
was
say
like,
no.
wait a second. I was like, wait a second. The speed had me racy. The acid had me tripping. Maybe that's what triggered the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
Episode.
that just came
And
to
the
me
dust
recently.
had you dusted. They had all them niggas gave you some dust and that smoke. Dust had you dusted.
I didn't
You
have
right
no
on
dust.
the
but with
you right on
anxiety
dust
too.
block. You might as well slide
But
through
with
the dust hood.
anxiety too, right?
Yo, I had a little
With
speed and shit.
anxiety, because I have anxiety and it just came out of nowhere, right? But do you know, my mom was telling me this, like alcohol also plays a part in anxiety disorders.
They call it spirits.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I was like, damn, all that fucking drinking I was doing in school.
That's
It
why you
finally caught up
short.
to me. What?
That's why you short.
No, oh, as a matter of fact, listen. Going back to the topic, midlife crisis,
Yeah.
because I was looking up some shit, and it was like basically, I guess it's that age of 40,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, and as you get older, you start to become shorter.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Damn, where am I going?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
got-
Like, yeah, I was just, it's like, yeah, you become shorter because your bones. So the as you get older,
older how?
you start to
You
lose
said,
inches because of something with the bones. I was like,
so you
nah.
said, so I'm 46. So you saying for 6 years now, almost I've been shrinking
You
gradually.
lose an inch. You lose an inch as you start to get into the 60s.
That's why your shoes
70.
start looking bigger.
I was
Well,
like, man, I never
I
knew
done
that.
wore 12 and a half,
I'm just
13
being
since high
stupid.
school.
Yeah, I never knew
Mhm.
that. That's what this thing is
Yeah.
saying, though. But it was like midlife crisis is like anywhere from 40 to 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've been through mine, and I'm coming up out the mud now. Thank God for that.
I ain't gonna say I've been through it because you really go through it every day. I'm just handling it well. I would say at this point, I ain't letting shit get to me because I noticed that the years that it's supposed to get to me, and you're supposed to be pointing down. So, with me knowing that alone, I'm just gonna stay up and continue regardless of what it may be. Like I said, just if I'm not interested in one thing, I'll entertain something new. Show me it in the night, I'll learn it by tomorrow. So I'm not really, I'm gonna be on it. Don't
Yeah,
matter
but
what it is.
Yeah, it's all about the brain development, probably. Remember what I was telling about the story when the lady said, at a certain point, your frontal lobe becomes, fully developed.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's all about how the brain, over a period of time. So you're gonna feel
Yeah.
these emotions.
Yeah, I heard that the brain doesn't fully develop it until like 25 or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So like
That's
if,
what the lady. Yeah.
with me for example, experimenting with drugs in college at 18, my
Mhm.
brain wasn't even fully formed. So it's like I stagnated my own self
Your
to a
own thought.
degree.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah,
That's true.
And
yeah.
that's why I'm on another channel, because I ain't start using the drugs to 24, and that was just smoking weed. When I say using drugs, I ain't using no other fucking drugs in life.
Yeah.
Anything else came what 40?
Oh yeah, yeah. Shit. Damn, I
I
didn't start
used,
smoking till 26.
I didn't start smoking weed till I was 24 years old,
Nah, I
and
was.
that was
Word.
just
Nah, we
yeah.
about the same. We was about the around the same time for me, man.
I didn't have the luxury of being lackadaisical. That wasn't on. A nigga was too much. You really involved. Nigga, you
Yeah,
gotta be on point, bro. Yeah,
yeah.
you get twisted in anything. I was too many spots to be high, lackadaisical, chilling, relaxing.
Lots
Nah,
of shit.
man.
Yeah.
So I ain't stopped smoking until I ain't started smoking until I moved in with my first baby mother.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's when it was needed. It was either that or alcohol. Alcohol
Yeah.
made me a little too. I probably would have made me too not Ike-ish on as far as hitting, but
Mhm.
just the nigga attitude was on Ike. I said,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah, yeah,
I don't want to be a nigga be sloppy drunk.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
never
had
picked
one.
you up.
Yeah, that's true. I had one bad episode with
Like,
alcohol,
nah,
and
I ain't that
and,
nigga.
and that in itself taught me, okay, this is your limit. This is what. So I'm from this point on. If I ever drink, I never get to a point where you know what I mean. I'm sloppy or I don't know what. I'm always calm. You know what I mean?
I don't like needles, and y'all know my coke story. Like I was young, I was watching Miami Vice. I cut up the paper. That was all my money. I
Mm.
went in the cabinet trying to go get something that matched that white shit that they was in there sniffing. I went and got some Lori Season, put a line of that shit on a piece of paper. Before I even got up 2 Loris, I noticed I was never fit for that game ever in life. That
You
was
try
God.
to.
That was God showing his son, you can't be a junkie. Because I sniffed that salt and there ain't nothing going these veins, this nose, and I don't know that shit. It don't
Oh
exist to
wow.
me, bro. That was my
You know
lesson right there.
what I did during that Scarface era, I was young. I was going to St. Pius X school in Scarsdale, New York. I took some baby powder, put it in a Tic Tac bottle, and
Yo.
took it to school and tried to throw, like, you know what I mean? Tried to tell this older
Yeah.
kid that was in an older grade than me. I was probably in no more than like the third grade at the time.
Yo.
Like, I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I
Damn.
saw the movie. I saw Scarface. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think it was
Yo.
mine.
That,
Like, it was that Scarface Miami Vice season.
yeah, yeah,
Miami
yeah.
Vice was one of my favorite shows. Like,
But
I
That
just
was
love the fact of them being sharp and wearing them shoulder holsters underneath their clothes.
but
That's what
but
I like.
but
You know what I'm
Bus, what
saying?
we
Being
used to do
able
in
to.
5th grade, this kid in our class, we used to take the chalk, crush that shit up, put that shit on the thing, and dare the nigga to sniff it off the table. That nigga did it, yo.
Yo,
Chalk.
my mom used to
somebody
This
beat
shit is
my
sniffed it,
ass.
Pop.
crazy, fam.
Yo, Pop, somebody sniffed it for real?
Yeah.
My
I
mom
feel
used
yeah.
to
We
beat
used to
my
dare the
ass.
nigga to sniff it.
My
We
mom
were
used to
playing around, seeing that shit. We used to chop that shit up, put it on the table. This is probably in like 5th grade. This
niggas,
kid, the name Purnell, I think was his name or something like that. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I dare you won't sniff that shit. Well, that nigga sniffed that shit once. It's like, wow. Like, why is niggas in 5th grade thinking about some stupid shit like this?
because that's the shit you
That
see going
fucking
on
movie.
outside.
Yeah.
Ain't that movie? Because I ain't gonna even say it like Scarface hit us like that. Scarface ain't hit us as hard as New Jack City hit us, because New
Oh
Jack
yeah, yeah,
City was
yeah, yeah. I
more like
forgot
when we
about New
was in the
Jack City.
prime of our time.
Yeah, I forgot
And
about
we
New
seeing
Jack.
it going on, and you already of age to really
And you're
partake
not
in it.
understanding though. You're not understanding, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, what the fuck is
But
you
no,
doing?
I can say like we did understand because we seen it firsthand. Like, so we seen it to the point where it was like fake when we seen it on TV. Because I see this shit for real. So like I see all the niggas that's on TV trying to get around him. Niggas is entertaining him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a different, you feel me? So
I remember the first time I seen a nigga sniff coke was it was a nigga when I used to live on Lenox. I believe it was what street is Harlem Hospital? 135th? No.
yeah.
Yeah. So if it's 135, I used to live on 100 and I believe 28th or 27th around there. So it was a security guard that I knew that worked in there. He lived in my building. So one day I'm coming from the store and I see the nigga in the hallway with $1 and white powder on his hand and he's sniffing that shit.
This shit, the first
And
place
I was
I
like, oh shit. I was so scared though. I'm like, oh shit. Like cause back then they used to have those little crack valves with the render. It used to be all over.
You was lucky. The first place I seen coke was on my mama dollar.
No. This nigga.
I didn't even know what that shit was. I said, Mom dropped this shit in the flour. What the fuck? But Mom, why all your bills always crunchy?
Yeah,
You always got one bill in there that's dirty and crunchy. If you having that white shit in it.
Wow, yeah. That
snot.
crack.
You always got snot on a bill. Nah,
Yeah.
that's where I first seen it. Like that shit was when I first learned that shit was destructive to my little heart, bro.
I think I was probably like 8 years old.
8 years old. You was
Yeah.
you. Nah, I wasn't that young.
I was, that shit was crazy.
I probably started when I was 8, but they hid me from
They
it for
hid you.
years.
Yeah.
I couldn't see that shit. When I seen it is when that shit got a little too out of hand. You feel me?
Yeah, that shit is crazy, man. That crack era, them
So I
fucking
make
valves.
party Monday and Wednesdays. Does that make me a nigga? Just
Yeah.
Nah, but my mom's was always straight. I ain't gonna never say it like she was out there like that. You would have to find her to do something. She was still she was what we would call, she was doing her business and still handling her business. So I couldn't notice until I seen it.
Yeah, but back then, with I think somebody was telling me like, with coke, that shit was like, you know what I mean?
Weed.
Yeah.
I don't give
It's
a
the
fuck.
crack.
It still
It
made
was-
them cocaine.
it's the-
You
it
gonna
was-
say it was like the weed? I don't
Nah,
know,
it was like it's the crack that started fucking everything up.
because it was cheaper.
They
Nigga,
said niggas was that crack came.
it wasn't the crack that fucked it up. It been fucked up, bro.
Nah.
That dope hit motherfuckers hard. Niggas was
The
that
heroin?
Vietnam shit. Yeah, that was that prohibition shit. That shit put niggas in depression. Coke ain't do nothing but help niggas party out of their depression.
No, I'm talking about not
Crack
coke.
crack made them realize they were broke. Because that's when you did the bottom of the edge shit for a fucking hit, for a $10 hit. You was out there, come on, blessed the preacher. You was doing all these fucking dogs. You know what it was going on back in that.
Yeah,
That
damn.
crack brought the beast out of motherfuckers. That's what
Yep.
crack did.
That's what man, because I always think about crack. I always think about Switchy. Oh.
Switchy. Crackheads was famous back in the days, and our
She was,
neighborhood, bro.
Switchy was, I mean, it's like, but I heard she used to be beautiful though. Back, you know what I mean? Before all that shit.
Yo, that's what I say about women, man. A nigga could lose their teeth, do everything, come back from jail, get a fresh cut, shut his mouth, and he be cool. Lady, a woman, they mouth just don't, their jaws look sucked in, they shit look, You gotta watch what you do. I don't know what she was, but we know what she turned out to be.
Yeah,
I can see Switchy with teeth.
She's still alive.
Like impossible now. I don't know if she alive. She alive. She got to read. Like you can't just go through a program. You got to relocate, man. You got to move away from
that
your
shit
old
right there,
neighborhood because you're gonna always be a guy. You're gonna roll up on niggas telling you your life changed. You've been sucking these niggas dick for rocks for 15 years.
And they're
man.
crazy. And the nigga
Come
one
on.
time, Musa was playing around, seen Switchy. Like, yo, Switchy, I want my dick sucked. She's like, huh? You serious? I was like,
and then you gotta think like, yo, that $5, bro.
Yo, this
Niggas
nigga, Switchy.
That was like an honor.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't get no nothing from nobody that wasn't
Fuck
right.
no. That shit I was thinking about AIDS, nigga. Fuck out of here.
And fuck AIDS. I wasn't thinking about AIDS. I'm thinking about like, nah, look, that's like a zombie, bro.
Yeah.
Crackheads was the first zombies, man.
For real.
Wasn't fucking no zombie. They lose it after that fifth hit. First, second hit, they ain't just indulging. They might
that
still
shit is
keep
like
their ass after the fifth, sixth hit.
Yeah.
Everything start going.
Damn. That shit is crazy. Like I used to go to school with niggas who parents was on that shit, man. And they used to come up.
Parents was on it.
Niggas used to come to the lunch, the breakfast in the morning, bring all the kids And that I used to see that. I used to go to school with this nigga, man. I used to see how embarrassed this nigga was, man. Moms used to come up in there like, and niggas be laughing and shit. You know what I mean? Oh, your mom's a crap. Like, damn.
Nah, but you can't really never fault a nigga for that, bro.
Yeah.
Like that ain't never a nigga fault. You laugh at a nigga, you tease a nigga for that, you going, but he gonna see you later on. That's that damn homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? Now you a crackhead. You got your mother's traits. You got my mama traits. Yo, never put nobody down, man, because I ain't gonna really. But how your day was going?
It was good, man. Ain't nothing. Ain't much.
You was finishing up that video. You said you still ain't had no color correct on it.
Yeah. I gotta take it, you know, step by step. I was on Fresh Part is done. Squilla Part is done. I was on Nick's. And then well, Nick Part was done, but I don't know what happened. I think I pulled my hard drive out of the joint, and I don't know if that shit saved. So I might have to go back and do it. I'm trying to see if I could just pull up the file now.
Okay.
When you call, yeah.
No, I know you've been doing that this whole time. See, that's why you turned off your motherfucking camera. You good, and you can multitask.
It's coming along. I got the right footage for the hook. That was the main part. It's trying to, you know, get them to match. So your part gonna be crazy because that hallway, fam. Every time somebody see that
look
fucking
like the album cover.
Yeah, every time somebody see that cover, they be like, "Yo, damn, I just love the grit." I was like, "Oh, we just putting this shit together because you know what I mean, my man." But it's like, "Yo, I love that shit, man."
Yeah, I don't want to die. That's all. I still like my name, and Landlord's still cool. So I want to, you know, like you ain't putting no rep for that. So I still got that iTunes know I exist every once in a while.
Yeah.
But as far as you got to just be motivated. That shit, you know, as the years go, it's just you got to be fully motivated. Back in the days, you wasn't aware of the support you had, even though you might have downed it at some points. But you'll kick, you'll say if you can trade or if you can, you know, be like, damn, I grab that support team and go through that because then at least I can go through shit in life. And I know, you know, there's a lot of things I was allowed not to pay attention to while I was moving.
Yeah.
And they still was secure and taken care of. So if once you don't got that and you don't, that foundation ain't set, it's kind of hard to move, especially when it's more important in life. You like, I ain't putting no motherfucking into no video, no this, that, promoting this for what?
Yeah.
I gotta promote this nigga life. Make sure this nigga good. We'll promote his school. We'll put a little bit of VC on this nigga and see how I can play this game, man. Fuck all that.
I was watching something on, I believe it's popped up on my YouTube, and I was like, damn, I needed to hear that. Nigga Quentin Tarantino said, we haven't seen the greatest movie yet of this generation because you haven't made it yet. You
meaning somebody out there?
Yes, you have not put it together yet.
I believe that.
Like, damn, he was like, you don't have to go to film school. You don't have to, you know what I mean?
Because he's telling you he's motivated. The same old ideas. Niggas is just biting stories, recreating.
Just go ahead. He said, just go and do it. You know what I mean? Just put it. I was like, damn. And that shit just popped up on my
like and letting you know. Stop playing. We got those joints. Even with the Be Your Own Therapist, they see how the nigga rolling up. They're gonna think that's the dope boy. That's why you just put a little image right there, and then that solidify the whole thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy though.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be big. I don't know where the fuck Banger went. I guess he had another cutoff moment.
Always cut my nigga Banger off, man. What's up with Nick, man?
I ain't speak to Nick in about a week or two. I got to holler at Nick.
Yeah,
he changed his number 3 times, and I think one time, the last time he changed it, I got a message or I don't know.
Yeah, same thing. He's like, "Yo, bro, this is."
Yeah.
He hit me back again, like, "Nah, bro, my fault. They messed up, so this is the new number," and I can't find that text.
The same thing.
Yeah. You holler at him. You holler at his brother.
Yeah, I hit Rich or I hit Dom to see what's good though.
Oh, okay.
More likely I hit Rich.
Yeah, hit Rich and see.
I definitely get in contact with him and make sure everything good. I know nigga, he's straight.
What's up, my man Reem?
Reem, I just seen him yesterday. Reem cool. Everybody on the block is chilling. E Black, everybody, they ready to get back to work and start that on. They ready to get back.
I thought E
started
Black
on the event.
I thought E Black was trying to chime in.
He was. I guess his phone wasn't working right or whatever the case may be. It'd be doing that sometimes because my cousin was trying to get on before, and he said it wasn't letting his phone on. It said something about the device. So I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It might be an Apple thing. You got to be on some Apple nowadays, you know, to really tune in. They taking over.
Apple.
Yeah, but they talking about they ready to get back to work with the fucking the series. I told them we just got to get everything lined up. As soon as everything match, believe it's gonna work.
Yeah.
I don't know who these motherfuckers be on YouTube that be putting out whatever comments the fuck they be putting up. I wish I knew what it was, because at least you leaving a comment, so I guess you taking the time to, but say more than what you're saying so we can, you know, say something back. I don't understand none of that shit.
Oh.
And then I feel if I say something I don't understand, I'm gonna be a part of something I don't want to be a part of. So I ain't saying what the fuck I see. Yeah, Papo. So I ain't gonna hold you up too much. This was the holiday version, you know, because tomorrow we not gonna be airing since it's Christmas. We gonna give everybody a Merry Christmas is the night. Yeah, Happy New Year's. We definitely gonna be involved with those because we still got shows before the New Year. We gonna wish everybody a Merry Christmas right now. And this is Beyond Therapist. I'm landlord.
Pop.
I know my man D Banger. He just checked out for a minute. The topic today was midlife crisis. How we handle it as black men today. We told y'all a couple situations that we was in. Myself, Papo, then also evaluating the whole thing. Like, you know, excuse me, that this is pretty much our platform is for our midlife crisis. Like, this is how we deal with it. We speak it out as brothers. We entertain certain topics. We bring on guests. They entertain what they got to tell us, and you know, we break it up and see how it makes sense.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good holiday. We appreciate
peace, man, to you and yours.
Look out on Spotify, Apple, Google. Make sure y'all go send them episodes that y'all see up. Like, run them shits up. Spread that shit out. Share it. What we gonna do is we gonna mix the next few down. Right after the holidays, we had to stop, you know, doing it before the holidays. Right after the holidays, we're gonna come back and we just gonna have an episode up there available on Spotify, Apple, Google. You already know, Anchor. We appreciate the love, man. Y'all have a good one. Bless.
Peace.